Hello. And how are we all this evening? Are we doing good today? It is me, Sir Mix-a-Little. Minimize this, that way we don't get as much latency if we can avoid it. You tried to sneak over there, didn't you, little guy? So I forgot last time a couple things. One, that I didn't turn the camera back on. Bloop. Anchor, you there? No, we need you to be smaller, pal. Could you be smaller for me? No, smaller. Like on the grid, please. Please, sir. Let me close you out there. How about this? We'll, bring up the mix. Dude, what are you doing to me? Okay, there we go. Now, I need you to be smaller. Thank you. No, you're still not doing what I'm asking you to do, dude. Dog dang it, doohickey smicks. Now you're doing what I asked you to do. But it took you forever, didn't it? Is everyone in? Everyone strapped in? Got your bucket of popcorn? Alright, so, this is the track that we've got so far. This is off of my album, Shizbots. I got too many of them. The last one that came out was, not besides the point, Box Full of Death. And Brother Van was on there. It's a dedication to Van Connor from the Screaming Trees, who passed away. As a matter of fact, that's him talking at the beginning. It was a concert, and I don't know if it's in here or not. No, it's not there. This guy beginning says, so the damage has been done. Let there be more damage. It was at the end of a concert, or whatever, and Van was just on the stage. I think he was fucked up. And the crowd's like, ah! You can hear in the back. He's like, no! The damage has been done! You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna bring this shit up so you can hear how it actually starts out. Let there be more damage! And then the song starts. It's fucking great. I love it. Alright, so, might as well listen to what we got and what we're going to be mixing with, what we're going to be changing around a bit, right? So, here we go. Girdma. Which album did I say that was? I'm kidding. Box Full of Death. And we want to find Brother Van. We'll just give it a little bit of play.
So, the damage has been done. Let there be more damage.
Time didn't go well. I don't wanna come, but you told us no. You can call me greedy, or just a little bit needy. I didn't want it to leave you. 'Cause I want to get high with you one more time. And I want to get
So that's Brother Van. If you want to hear more of it, that can be found on Bandcamp. Look for Girdma, Gearedmah. Girdma. I still thank my daughter for such a dope ass fucking word. She actually said Girdma about 6 months, and I was like, fuck, kid, you rule. God damn, that is a fucking great word. What? Girdma? I'm not gonna get everybody to say this nonsense fucking word, but I can work with that. Girdma. Yeah, Girdma. Girdma. Gave her a bottle. Gizmo. I was like, you fucking dope, kid. Fucking hell. Son of a bitch. You're the coolest shit. My son had some fucking crazy shit to say, too. Dude's a trip. He used to sit in my, like, when I'd be mixing, right? And he'd have his little bouncy seat. And sometimes it'd be loud, you know? But he would just be rocking his fucking bouncy seat to the fucking music. It was awesome. I'm like, yeah! But bald head, he hadn't grown his hair in yet. And this motherfucker's just slamming. Ah! Fucking just jamming, dude. That was fucking, yeah, dude, rock it. He's just making that chair just slam. I'm like, yeah! I got one fan of it and nobody else. Fuck this. Okay, so we've heard the song. We know how it goes a bit. Where do we start? Good question. This is where I always start. Bam. Right there. People will tell you to, this is not the one. I've got, let me show you. I've got that. I got that one. I got finished with the last one, like how having multiples. I am not full of shit. I have multiples. Let's go ahead, and there is also the V pre. Boom. There is also the Neve. I'm not full of shit, guys. I make sure that I have different ways of doing the exact same thing. There's one that's a free one under, I just got it, holy shit, under Analog Obsession. I can't remember which one of these, because see, these don't exactly, they're the Brit pressers. It's one of these. It's like it's pre, see, they don't name it. If it was like preamp, whatever, but I can't, pre-box, that might be it, I don't know. Kind of. You see, I've got multiple ways of doing the exact same fucking thing. Some are free, some are not. And that way, I can just, you know, I'm not limited to anything. So they all have their own different sounds. Like this has that, this has a pre 73. Why do you think it's called that? It's a preamp from 73. What do I do with this? Well, I immediately slap about 20 decibels of reduction. Why? I don't have to gain stage each fucking channel. Look at all my channels. Are they fucking, what are they doing? I'm not gain staging shit. Okay? Because it's not clipping on the channel, it's clipping on the 2-bus. So I can go through and slowly fucking unwind all the gain on the channels, or I can bring the 2-bus gain the fuck down. With this, I can add character of a preamp of 73. This is from 73, Silk Edition. It's got different little features. You can add a trim. You can add an extra treble. There's different shit you can do. You can bring the gain down. You can fucking lower the low shelf. You can phase. You can, with the fucking one that I use. Check this shit out. Hang on, let me get back there a bit. There, need 3. Boom. All I do is that right there. Hit the decibel, the 20 decibel pad. And it's ready to go. I load it on. It's a 20 decibel pad. No gain staging at all. Fuck your tutorials. No one's ever said anything like that to me. I just did that because I'm like, it's not clipping on the track. Over here is not clipping anything. And as long as you stay below 0, it won't. It only clips on this one right here. So what's with all the fidgeting on all the other fucking channels for? Okay, then why am I doing 10 albums that work without problem? I've got 10 albums. I'm signed to Blue Effects, and 3 of those albums are on Blue Effects. And this song is on one of those fucking albums. Now, with this, you can go to the 81 model. You can go to the 73 model. The thing is, they are very similar, because the 73, there's not a bunch of change between the preamp of the 73, the 81, the 84. Right? So, but there is slight character changes. Remember I said earlier, if I decided to go 78, well, if I decide to go to 78 or 81, this is from 1973. Right there. This is from 1981. Say we recorded with stuff from the set 80 and behind. I cannot use the 84. I have to find some way to do whatever characteristic that I like about that. I have to find some way else to do it. And I have tools to do it. I'm not limited like they were back then. As far as mixing and mastering, yes, I'll add some boosts and stuff like that sometimes. Because that's nothing that I can't do without techniques and shit, you know, harmonics, side chaining, all that shit. I can do all that, or I could just slap that bass subharmonic. Sure, that wasn't around back then. I get that. The main thing is like the drums are from 78. The amplifiers are from 78. The sound is from now. It's supposed to sound like a modern sound, but we used all that old equipment. That's the goal. And the thing is, this song right here, the Screaming Trees, are a bit older band from the 90s. What I try to do a bit, and I can show you that real quick also. Let me go ahead and take those out of there real quick, because that's just gonna. Well, I just won't save. You know what's really fucking cool? Check this out. So, I can save whatever I have here. All the way this is all set up, I can save this as a scene. Okay, scenes. Mix, first mix, Audio Assault mix. Now, what does that mean? That means, like I said, with the Bro mix and whatever, I just save this as like how it is right now. I hit it and say, insert, sense, Q mix, input controls, all this shit. I want all this shit to be saved as part of my scene. And then I hit, boom, new scene. Brother Van. Okie dokie. Boom. Now, I can start a new scene. And then I can start tweaking that and then just take everything off of here without destroying anything. Then I can go to the first mix. Bam. And I don't know if there's any change right here or not, but it will load all the stuff from the first scene, the first mix. So I can actually make a mix, export a copy, call it the first mix. Then I can make the AA mix, which would be the Audio Assault mix. When I got Audio Assault, I had a bunch of Audio Assault stuff. I wanted to see how good it sounded. You see which ones I'm using. I'm using a combo. Amp Locker, Pod Farm, Chandler, Amp Locker, Cypress. This is a free one. I'm not bullshitting when I say I use all the shit. I don't have any one solution for anything. On top of that, Cypress, I went ahead and turned off their cabinet and went up and pulled up Audio Assault's cabinet pack. Why not? I have the ability. And at the end, I have the L2. Again, not doing much besides making sure there's no clippage. And when I hit 15, negative 15, negative 7, whatever, is pretty much the most it can be without any fucking damaging. It's there. It's there. It doesn't jump around, but it has dynamics, but it just doesn't deflate, if you will. I'm doing that ending part at the beginning. Now, when I'm mixing, I don't go in like this whole, like on my main channel here, I will have none of these on besides this, because that will make sure that we don't have, with the negative 20, there will be no clipping on the mix bus, on the main bus. There will be none. You know how hard you're going to have to dig to get, with a negative 20 crunch, often I have to turn it up, which is good. You give yourself headroom. You want headroom so you can bring things in. All this did was bring the overall volume, slammed it down 20 decibels. Now you can bring that back in. If you want to, if it's too far, well, you just bring up like, you know, hey, it's like, let's bring it up a little bit more here. That 20 is about, how about a negative 16? Oh, 16 minus 20 would be 4. Or 5, you know, whatever you feel is necessary to drive it to the volume you feel. Now you're driving. See the drive right here, the drive. Now you're driving it. It's not driving you, especially not driving you crazy. You're in control. That's what it's all about, is being in control the whole time. The control of the guitar frequency so that they don't go into the bass frequency. The control of the bass frequency so if they do go into the guitar frequencies, it's to accent and to make it more present so that all the bass isn't down here with the kick drum. You want the bass to be somewhat in the guitar's way. You do. You don't want the guitars really in the bass's way. So because that'll take away from the bass's big, boofy, big, boomy presence. But at the same time, in the bass, you want to hollow out a space for the thump, thump, thump of the kick drum, don't you? How this is all fucking paradoxical shit unless you start sculpting with EQ. Now, in that vein right there, let's start talking about some EQ shifts and stuff. for vocals. This is my vocals right here. This is my main. As I said, when I'm going through the first time, this would be my. I want that dopamine hit fast. I want to make a mix quick and easy so I can get the idea of the song. I'm not mastering. I want to just be able to listen to the finished song somewhat adequately. You know what I'm saying? Where it is pleasing enough. Yeah, that's it. I know it needs tweaks. But man, I don't feel like it needs any other parts. Yeah, the hair starts raising on your arm. That's it. That is it. If we do any more, it's gonna be bad. I know you hear another guitar sound. Unless when we're mixing, we make some room for it. No. Sorry, no. That's where a producer comes in. Sorry, no. This sounds great. But play it live. Do it like that live. Give the audience something to fucking enjoy. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Do that. You see what I'm saying? The tape doesn't go like that. No, that's new. That's whole new, and it sounds fucking great, doesn't it? You can just hear this. Leave them wanting more. God, we try to pour everything out all at once. Get a finished mix that sounds right. It sounds good. That is an accurate representation of the song. I encourage over and over and over. Once you have the song down, when you go to record it, bring it up by about 5 BPM. It'll feel uncomfortable, and you'll rush a little bit, and it'll feel like it could fall off the tracks at any time. But you already know how it goes. You're already good at whatever tempo. This is just a little bit faster than what you're used to playing. Things are going to slip, and that's going to make it feel human, and that's going to lock in. It's going to make it feel dangerous. It's going to make it feel edgy, like it could fall off at any point in time because you are. Sure, I mean, if you need like the fucking. For rock, if you need that technical, then do the tempo that you're used to. You want everything to be locked in, do that. But if you want to do like an edgy kind of Stonesy kind of Led Zeppelin kind of rock, it needs to feel like it could fall off the tracks anytime, but it just doesn't. It needs to feel that just a little hint of danger. Just 5 decibels, man. I mean 5 BPM. Just 5 BPM. That's it. If nothing else, try it. Right before you hit record, take the BPM up 5 BPM. Producers, don't let them know. Take it up 5 BPM and don't let them know. While they're playing, their fingers will be, they'll feel it in the thing and like, was that faster? And like, you goddamn right it was. Come listen to it. If you don't like it, we'll re-record it. It's non-destructive, man. This is all. What are we doing? We're not messing with tape. Tape's a thing of the past now. Now it's just hard drive. Oh, you ruined my time. Dude, I'm the producer and whatever. I'll front you the cost of recording this one more time. Listen to it. Does sound pretty fucking dope. Yeah. You need to re-record that solo, though, don't you? It's a little sloppy. Yeah. Just a little. Yeah, I'll go in there and re-record the solo. Hit play. Alright, so on vocals, this is for mine. You can hear I have a deeper voice. Below 270, there's a lot of rumble that I don't fucking need that no one's gonna hear. I'll show you. Let's do a lead.
Cast a show. Guess you thought it was time to go. Well, I'm the one who called, though you told us no. You can call me greedy, or just a little bit needy. I just wanted to meet you, 'cause I want to get high with you one more time. And I want to get high with you one more time.
Do you hear that? One more time.
catch the show. Guess you thought it was time to go. Well, I'm the one who called, though you told us no. You can call me greedy, or just a little bit needy. I just wanted to meet you, 'cause I want to get high with you one more time.
Too many switches. Too many switches. All right, and I'm too stoned for this. What the fuck am I doing? All right, so, all right. As you can see, it didn't really alter it in volume very much, but the clarity pops out because the bass is already heading to boom, 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 boom. Guitars are jazz, jazz. So what do I need? I need something to kind of sit on top of that. The main vocals, I will say I have like the 150 because it needs a bit more of a presence. But anything background, let's listen to backup vocals. Yes, it's terrible, but we're doing a lesson. I've heard worse singers than me. Shut up.
Catch this show. I guess you thought it was time.
There we go. We'll hop right here. How's that gonna stand out of the mix? That'll stand out of the mix. Here's in your ear. Renaissance folks, I cannot recommend this enough. My vocals are at the max, aren't they? No. You can add more volume so easily with this thing. Is insane. This de-esser, you definitely need a de-esser. I didn't the difference between professional sounding vocals and non-professional sounding vocals. It's not the microphone. It's not the singer. It's that right there. You see how it's attenuating? Wait. Here it drops it down just enough that it becomes more of a background rather than, like I was doing. How do we do that? It's the same vocal take. Listen, hold on. How do we do it? Double take. Let's add some modulation. By putting solo, this is how many voices? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Here I change it to like a chorus. See that? I don't want to do a chorus, so you can solo each of the voices. How tight are they together? Not very tight. How much do they drift? Much? Here they start falling apart. Voice 2. Voice 3. Now when you start out, see there's not much difference. They kind of blend together. The more amount I put on there, the more this one comes in. Now we EQ it so it sounds better. Now, I got this one free from Auto-Tune. It's a vocal modeler. These settings are for the vocal range, baritone bass, source glottal type, soft, source throat precision, subtle. Pitch, up an octave. Add breathiness. I add a little breath with frequency. You can adjust all those things. Now, let's take a listen. It's like a second singer. What? What?
I'm with you one more time, and I want to get high with you one more time.
What? Alright, so we got those. Let's check out these. These are duplicates of the same thing. That's got the A Vox, so that the auto-tune Vox. So that's obviously, this is the original. This was free for a little bit. I don't know if it still is. It's kind of like the Renaissance Vox in one thing. Keep the drift a little bit tight, so they're kind of tight together. Give it a little bit of variation. Just EQ. Turn that on. Hear it? We're freezing up. Hopefully it's not freezing up the mix to the just the play. I may be pushing things too hard. No, it doesn't look like it. What's going on? Did we freeze up? We froze up. I may have to end this broadcast. It's looking like we froze up a bit. We're still streaming. But for some reason, this is not coming out. No, it's not stopping. Alright, so let me go ahead and end this. Nope, there you go. There we go. Don't have to end it after all. Alright, cool. Something locked up. Probably just doing too much stuff. This is one computer that's not really... This one's not really designed... Oh, it was an autosave. Makes sense. It was trying to do an autosave. Save frequently is what it did for me just now. Save frequently. Learn it now, or put on autosave and understand that let it do its thing. It may do its irritating thing like that, but it just saved my ass if I was actually mixing. It saved it. Now if a power outage, anything fucking happens, all the stuff I've done so far is done. I don't have to start over at the beginning again. Right? Imagine I'd done all that vocal shit, all that vocal work, and it shut down right there. The entire computer. Because it was too much. Anything we had done, anything I had done up to then, gone. Have to redo. What if I'm just fumbling in the dark and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing? Like me. I have to do it over and over and over again. And repeat and either get the same or better performance, because I will not just go with the worst performance. I'm sorry. Worse is not going to happen. You don't give me less, I give you more. Damn it, how many times do I have to tell you? That was way too much attenuation. Do you see how that was? See that? You do not want that. You maybe want 3 to 6 max for non-squish. I would say 3 max for non-squishy sound, like a non-pumping sound. Even then, I don't like that. I want to just tickle the fucking attenuation so that way it will not clip. That's what I want. and it will bring the sound up a little bit more. It'll bring it up a bit. I don't want to do a ton of it. I want to see it's every now and again. It's going to deliver me a more consistent, you see? It's going to be a 7.4. When it hits there, everything's not hitting there, but when it goes over, instead of dropping down below, it's going to stay right about there. You see what I'm doing? I'm clipping it here while maximizing it here before it even hits the goddamn tubas. And I'm adjusting the EQ to make sure it sounds okay. Again, there are no effects. Do you hear any reverb or anything like that? You want to hear the reverb? We go over here. Let's turn to minimize this, even though it's not really causing a problem. So, for the reverb and stuff, for the vocals, we have a background vocals, because I want them to be a bit more distant and fuzzy in the background, whereas we have the lead vocals. Let's take a listen. Too much. I want it to be too much, because when I add in, that's when it's going to be sitting on top. And now I can blend this in as much as I need. If it clips a little bit there or it hits the attenuation, the reverb and shit will never get so fucking loud. The delay can never come crashing in loud. You see what I'm saying? It's all about fucking controlling everything. And this thing right here, I keep going back to this over here because in Cakewalk you have to do that. Here, I love it. You just go right here. I've switched over to Studio One. I have Cakewalk. I like it, but my Studio 1810C works so flawlessly with this thing, including the loopback feature that lets me do what I'm doing now. I didn't know it could do this all the time. I just had to set the loopback feature to virtual. As soon as I did that and set up a thing in OBS, boom, we're online. We're doing this. I've been wanting to do this for fucking a month now. Instead, I've been talking about reality and the fucking CTMU and fucking drugs and relationships and shit. I wanted to do this. I had a lot to talk about. I just wanted to do this. Okay, so on this, look, we're cutting out the low end. So then all the bass going into there, this is on the front end before it hits a delay, reverb, or compression. Before that, we are hitting, we're getting rid of everything above 10. We're getting everything below 150. We don't want that even hitting the delay. You understand? We don't even want it hitting the delay at all. Because that way nothing below 150 is even hitting the delay to be delayed. Why trim it afterwards? We can, but if you trim it before it goes in, including, oh, looky there, high pass filter, low pass filter, you don't say. So on the way out, it can take care of itself? Yes. Yes, it can. Well, yes, it can, Sean. It can take care of itself as long as you kill what's going in, you double cut it. You cut it on the front, you cut it on the back. And if not, this is fucking virtuality. Put one of these on the back end, just duplicate it, and then move it over here, over here. You don't actually have the physical rack like, damn, I only have one. Do I put it before or after? I have the plug-in. Let me put it wherever the fuck I want. Sorry, I get pissed off, but I'm just tired of people saying there are rules when there are no rules to something as fucking free and beautiful as music. Why would you constrain it in any kind of way? Right now, we're just kind of doing a brief overview. I might even finish this one up here very soon and then shut it down and then just do on drums. Or I might just, I don't know. I might just go through all this and just do them one at a time, but it seems like people like the shorter ones. So, while I am doing this, I do want people to pay attention. I do want to get stuff out there. What's the point of doing anything if it's not? I make albums. I've got 10 albums and no one's listening to them. What's the point? Make them for me? Sure. It proves that I don't give a fuck if anyone listens to it because I haven't stopped. I've got several new albums coming out now. Troth, Gearedma's kind of done, but I've got 4 album greatest hits thing going, and I'm still continuing on my solo stuff. Is dumb. I took a shower. I'm sorry, my face is all drying out with soap on it. Probably is. I don't know. I use that African black soap so it doesn't, because I got very sensitive skin. So we go to H delay. Tempo. How do I decide?
'Cause I want to get high with you one more time. And I want to get high with you one more time.
Which one's right? I'm asking you, because it's the sound that you're working on. Which one is right? Let's try it again. Let's just go through the different. Fuck it, we got time. Let's go through the different options. You tell me. In the comments or just whatever in your head. Think it. Which one's right?
'Cause I want to get high with you one more time. And I want to get high with you one more time. 'Cause I want to get high with you one more time.
I hear someone saying put it in the drum so we can tell. Which one was right? Can I let you know a dirty secret? They all were. Because we're in sync with the host. You see that? We synced with the host. So, what we were doing at all points in time were divisions. This is 164th note. Let's go ahead and take a look. Where you at? There you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is on eighth notes. Okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 beats between 40. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 41. So that's 8 times 2 times 3 times 4. So there's 32. This is 32 notes. Okay? So we can start right there. And you can actually, you'd be able to watch it if you did it slow enough. Where do you want to land? Now we're at 16th notes. Now we're at 8th notes. You hear how slow they're slowing down. Now, if we were using milliseconds, you could figure out, see, this is how many milliseconds, and then you adjust that. But no, as soon as I do that, I'm adjusting to the host, and it's now quarter beating, it's half beating, quarter beating, whatever, to the 170 tempo of the song. Get it? That's how that works. And if you already knew that, I'm not trying to insult you. This is going back to anybody who might be using free shit. Okay, now, okay, boom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess that would be eighths right there. There's 8 right there. But in between those, we have the beat. So, all right. So that's how precisely you can zoom down. Now, how far, how macro, how micro, and how macro. There's the whole fucking song. Look at that. This is the whole fucking song. Or if you wanted to look at it in one big fucking overview. There's the whole song. All the pieces, all the parts, everything like that. Now, how micro? Well, we're working on just this guitar part right here. So let's zoom the frig in. Go down to this little part right here, you know. Oh, look. Oh, 64, 30 seconds, 24. Hey, Sean, what was all that fucking... Oh, that would be half triplets. I guess right here would be like as fast triplets you can go. Dotted would be the D. And triplets, normal, dotted. Triplets, 16th, dotted. Triplets, 16th, 8th, dotted. Triplets, 16th, a 4th, dotted. Triplets. So if you had a rap or something like that, or the song with the guy was going bucket to bucket to bucket to bucket, right? You know, he was singing in a triplet kind of sound. If you matched it, you know, it would start having that. You'd be like ba 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 bucket to 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 bucket. Ba da da ba da da ba da da ba da da. So you could just go, I know you don't. No, you don't. You know what I mean? Bucket to bucket to bucket to bucket to. You can start timing that shit. You can send that to a special. You can have just one track doing that. If you want to like take that voice, cut it, duplicate it, put it on a thing like, remember that pitch thing I showed where it's a second voice? It'll sound like a second voice. If you had the main just, no, yeah, what? Bucket to bucket to bucket to bucket. And that one, you just have on that one a dotted triplet fucking of the right. And then when that part where he just, you know, whatever through the song. Just for that one part, it gives it bucket to bucket to bucket to bucket on the voice. If the drums aren't doing it, or if not, if the drums could be bucket to bucket to bucket to bucket to what do you accent? What do you stress? What do you let stand on its own? And that song, The Loud, and then during the chorus, unfortunately, back in the day, I didn't know what I know now. And Scott came up with a dope bass part on there. He goes, da na 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 na. He went doo doo dat doo doo dat doo doo dat doo doo dat doo dat. I'm like, God damn, that was cool as fuck. If I would know what I know now, I would have let him crawl over that in the bassy area without like accenting it at all, because it sounds so dope that it's an accent to what I'm power chording, as opposed to like being like everybody follows it. Things you learn. I was 14, 15. What do you know? You know, I'm learning as I go. So, again, this is to say that there are no fucking rules. Let me see how long this video is. 44 minutes. Let's cover like a few more minutes of things and then see what I can get covered. While we're here, let's go ahead and cover reverb. I won't do like any cheat sheet or anything like that because there's no right or wrong. But I can give you some ideas. So, when you're doing this, again, we got it soloed on the vocals, or no, we have with the drums. Now, where'd they go? I just phased them, and it disappeared. I like that. So what we do is we're actually going to turn that off. I want to know what the effect is doing. I like that. It's clear enough. Listen, I'm going to turn my background so you don't hear the fucking dryer going.
It's you, 'cause I want to get high with you one more time, and I want to get high with you one more time.
You see? And if that's not loud enough, I can. If I want to add some more hum and stuff, kind of like the background dryer, I can add in the analog because the actual analog they model the actual analog gear. I think that I'm not sure if this is the actual thing, but they actually you can adjust and analog. See, look to the meter moving. No, boom. As you start with analog gear, as you're using it, it introduces noise because there's like a hum of the operation level. So what they did when they're digitizing it, they found all the little pieces. They found that hum. And they put a mix knob on the motherfucker. If you want it to sound like it's the actual fucking hardware, throw it on there. So when the song starts up, it's gonna have the. Listen to old tapes and old CDs at the beginning. Just a little bit of just a light floor ground. Da-da-da, and the music comes in. You try to get that floor level as low as possible. This is letting you introduce that, so it sounds like you actually recorded in a real studio. This, or you can take it out and it's just digital and pristine and clear. I leave it out. Maybe when I'm going for that 70s sound, I'll add a little bit in there. But I don't have to. So, next we go. We turn that out. I think that's good, clear. Again, combined with the main. Good. This is Arturia's Reed Plate 140. Free. Do I have other reverbs? Yes. How expensive is this on my CPU? Well, let's take a quick look. We can actually take a look at what the plugins are doing. Look at the top guys. Always. Amp blocker. It's understandable. It's running a virtual amp simulation. I'm not blaming them. 15 is better than the 20 that Amplitude does. They're killing it. Amplitude amp blocker's killing it. Bass lane 3. Throat box 6%. BFD, my drum program 12. You know what? You just load some in order. Okay, there we go. We're down to RVox 0, L2 0, VEQ 0. So the more I can stay in those areas, the more likely. See, these aren't even turned on. These are just on there. The more likely I am to be able to get a better. And that's the problem. That's the one problem you got to watch out for with the free plugins. Some of them are not streamlined, and so you load them in, and sure, it'll look great. Sure, it'll sound great. But the CPU hit you take doesn't make it worth it. Unless you have no other option. PreSonus. You get a DAW like PreSonus, and I'll just go ahead and pull up some of the plugins that you can take a look at. If you didn't want to go get this one, because this one obviously, like I said, it's not. Let me pull up, make sure that I'm not lying, and that this is the lowest to highest. We're gonna look for the Rev EQ4. Where you at? Because if I find it and it's bad, I'm getting it the fuck out of here. Pre-box, I just added that in. Remember? Put it VEQ. Where's Rev? Arturia. Boom. Rev play. I just moved. Boom. There we go. 8. I can deal with that. 10. We're getting up there. Here's what we'll do. Let's turn it off. That way it is not on. And just to show what I'm talking about, let's go ahead and on that channel here. No, that's not the one. We want to go to the vocal channel. We're going to add in PreSonus. They have a reverb. They have several reverbs, I believe. There's Ampire, Amp Modeler. I have every expansion for that, so I have that. Analog Delay. That one's dope. Beat Delay, Binaural Pan, Bit Crusher, Channel Strip. Chorus, Compression, Dual Pan, Expander, Fat Channel. Fat Channel is sick. Flanger, Gate, Groove Delay. That's like 3 delays so far, right? Yeah. IR Maker. You can make your own IRs of products like reverb units, of amp units, of amps, of speakers. Right here. Level meter. You can watch the level. Limiter, mix tool, mix verb. That's a mix verb. Open air. That's a air reader, I believe. Pipeline Pro EQ. Pro EQ is dope. Room reverb. Do they have any other kind of reverbs in here? No, they got room reverb, and then they have the mix verb. Let's check that out and see what that is. I don't know if I've used it yet. Okay, so this is just a very streamlined. See? He's got a noise gate and all that stuff, pre-delay size. It's nothing fancy, which I don't care, but that's not what I'm looking for. So I want something with a little bit more control than that. And this is the vocal, so we're gonna go here, and we're gonna go to PreSonus, and we're gonna go down to the bottom, and we're gonna go to room reverb. Again, it's not super complex, but look, let me see that. I think I'm up in the upper corner there. It's not all that super in depth. It's not as in depth. I have way heavier in depth, but then again, look at this. This guy is not super in depth, but it's based off an actual unit. Okay? And then you can adjust the drive, and then you can also even go into the advanced mode. And here you can adjust the pre-delay, the high pass, so anything below 208 coming out of it, all that mud gets scooped right the fuck out. Everything in the bass area, right out. Modulation, pre. So that way coming in, you can put a modulation, kind of like a chorus effect, and it gives it a nice little wishy-washy. But then again, is it costly? Not really. It's not really all that costly on the CPU, but I'm just seeing what else we can do, because that's turned off now. Let's check out the room reverb, and let's see what they're doing, because this is native built by them. We're looking for room reverb. We're at the bottom. 2. Let's check the difference. That's the only thing on, so I'm just going to leave it right where it's at. I find about 1.3 seconds sounds very natural. Small room, large room, medium hall, large hall. Come on, man. It's pretty badass, right? It comes with the and uses 2% as opposed to 8. There was a mixer who was talking about back when he used to race bikes. Weight was everything. Anywhere they could take off an ounce, 2 ounces, 3 ounces, they did. Anywhere they could shave a little bit extra weight off and still maintain stability, they did. Why? Because by the time they were done, their bike was about 5 pounds lighter because they shaved a little here. They made the little peg bars on the thing a little bit smaller. They rounded them out. They made sure that they got the lightest spokes. They made sure they got the, you know what I mean? They just did everything to be as, and now they've got one little bit here and there over everything. One little piece. What's the difference? It's just a little bit. You're just adding a little bit. It adds up with each. If I add, you know, I mean, back when I was thinking about doing Cheap Gear Guy, I was honestly going to do another thing for business, and I was sitting there looking at it, and at the time I was doing gear review, and I had 77,000 views, and I was like, man, if each one of those was $1, I'd be all right. And my ex-fiance goes, fuck that, do a store. Fuck, well, I was going to do a whole nother thing and another and what? Yeah. They're already coming to check out the reviews. Now, just go to my fucking store, cheapgearguy.com, and buy it. I can be like a drop shipper, and therefore I don't have to do shit. I do the reviews, because I own the equipment, so I stand by what I fucking own. Here's the review of it, and you don't have to buy it. On top of that, everybody's always constantly having a sale or a coupon, whatever. Fuck it. It's today. Instead of Happy Valentine's, 15, 25, whatever, and constantly changing, our sale is It's Today. It's the It's Today sale. You type in It's Today in the fucking coupon code, and you get fucking 10% discount. Because you can't sell less than MSRP. Manufacturer suggested retail price. You cannot. But you can run a sale. Hey, man, if you don't know It's Today, I can't help you. Is it one word? It's today. It's today. How hard is that to figure out? It's today. Does that have to be capital? It's today. Keep trying, asshole, until you get it right. It's today. Is there a hyphen? Keep trying. There's only so many ways you can do it. Right? There's only so many ways you can type it's today. Because it's today. And I think that's it for now, right? What's the time? Are we at the time? Yeah, we're at 56 minutes. Let's go a little bit longer. If I can still keep that up, that way I can keep an eye on there. Fuck it.